So a couple days last week, before Friday, a day or two, we got notification that North Attleboro would be receiving some migrants placed here by the state. Following on the heels of the governor's visit during the flood response, right? A day or two right after that, we got notification. So we'd seen it happening in the towns around us, Plainville specifically, and have been in communication with the town administrator there, working on how they were handling the response, what issues they saw, what resources were available, what communications had taken place. So we were trying to get a handle on it and put everything into place for us as this was going to happen. The town does not have a say in this. They come, the state places them here, and but we are going to treat people like we treat everybody else in North Attleboro. We want to make sure that they're safe and secure.
I know the state pays for the hotels. I understand they bring in meals a few times a day. With that taken care of, what burden is there on the town?
All right, there's a number of issues that we see. So when they arrived, we built a framework of how our response would be, right? We knew that we'd have to have some kind of reception, right? And get all the information that we could, or that was known about the individuals and the families that were coming here. Immunization records, school-age children, people that have any kind of illness or medication requirements, right? We were looking for a data dump in that reception with the Commonwealth. We did not get a lot of that information. We had to, find that out. We're also looking for, who can speak English, if anybody, right? We also looked for translators and how we're translating. And right now, our number one translator is Google Translate on handheld devices, so we're using that. We try to determine what kind of support these individuals would need. They came in, after some very long bus rides, and for many of them, and have arrived. They needed food and water that wasn't already pleasant, established right then and there. And I know that the Commonwealth is stepping in to provide this, but we saw a gap right there, and when we began through Lenore's Pantry and not the town funds, right, but from donations that we've had, we were able to provide some food and water, some bottled water. The other aspect of this was there was an immediate need for diapers, right? So we had some diapers on hand through Lenore's Pantry, and we were able to get those down there. We identified folks that had any kind of medical issues and started making sure that they were screened appropriately and got the help that they needed on track. There's a lot of other enrollments that are happening, right? So from the municipality concern, you're going to have a number of families in a local hotel, what transportation requirements are they going to need? How are they going to get around, right? Where's the funding for this? So we're looking to the Commonwealth to, help with those gaps, right? And maybe begin to address some of those as well, but also trying to move towards a long-term solution. I think the town is, well established and ready to help in the near term, right? But we need the Commonwealth and the federal government to come to a long-term solution. These folks here, I believe the majority of them are claiming asylum, right? And they're going through that process. So they have been accepted and have been put into the system, right? One of the things we want to have a question and answer session with the Commonwealth is how soon can we get these folks to work, right? We would like to avoid having people just, in a hotel not gainfully employed. I think there's a lot of influences that would potentially happen that you might not like the outcome of, but you get a better outcome if you can employ people. And I think what we're seeing is a lot of these folks want to work. They want to, become a provider. And that also helps us, with the, you're in a system, and if you can find gainful employment, you become a payer into that system, and you receive the benefits that, you're paying back into that system. So a lot of areas I think that we're going to learn and figure out how it's all working as this whole situation evolves.
Social media, you know all about social media. One of the things I read, are all of these individuals safe? Have they been vetted? Is the town in danger?
Yeah, so look, the there's a vetting that happens at the Commonwealth level, that they're received at a welcome center, right? They were vetted when they came across, or where, however they entered into the country. I mean, you could literally have a passport, fly into the country at any international airport in the United States and claim asylum, right? And go to the appropriate authority and claim asylum, and then be processed that way. So they have been vetted. A lot of these folks we did get some immunization records with, right? And we're looking into what immunizations they've had, what do they need, right? They've had a monitoring for any kind of potential illnesses. So the town is safe, right? And the laws of the Commonwealth and the laws of North Attleboro are enforced, right? And will be upheld, right? We are a community of laws, and we'll make sure that those are upheld as well. So our residents are safe. But so aren't those migrants that are here. They are safe as well.
Do you know how many children, and are they in school, or will they be going to North Attleboro schools soon?
So the superintendent's the best person to answer that question, but from my dealings and discussions with all of this as it's happening there, I think there are approximately, and I don't know the exact number, but on the number of families that we've received here in town, there are about 10 school-age children, right, that range from high school to middle school to elementary school age. So there are some infants as well. So, but school age, I think it's around 10, and the superintendent has been working with DESE and interfacing with the families to get them enrolled into school.